Hello and welcome to my new Flosstube. Finally I found the time to film again. It's been, I believe it's been over 2 months. Summertime is just really busy and I know most of you experience the same thing during summertime. So yeah, a lot of things happened. Um, my fan is running because it's warm in here. We had our last official warm day. I believe it has been 29 degrees or 28 yesterday and today. And I believe this was the last really warm day in summer. And for some of you, maybe it doesn't sound that warm, but here in the Netherlands we have a really humid climate, so it's sticky warm. It's just ugh. And here in my attic where I work and film, it's still close to 26 degrees, so it's warm. It's evening already, so it has cooled down a bit, and I finished my first week of work again after my summer break. I was off for 3 wonderful weeks, and we did so much in those weeks. It was just crazy, and I will do a little live update at the end, and also I will put in some pictures. I did stitch quite a bit the last 2 months, but not that much during my break because we were so busy, and because I had a little accident with my hand last week, so stitching was hard. I was lucky. I was wearing my splints, but my hand got crushed between a table and a thing that fell on it during a sail trip. So underneath my ring I still have a bruise. I can't bend my finger further than this, but I'm sure it will be okay. But if you see me holding my finger in a weird position, that's why. It will be okay. But stitching was not really doable because I had my fingers taped together to give it some strength or support, whatever you call it. So yeah, the last week it was what it was. So I have a lot to share with you today. I don't know if I will share everything, but I have quite a lot of whips I worked on. I have one finish. Yes, I have a new start. What else? I have some haul, I have giveaway, and I will maybe do books at the end. Maybe, depending on how long this film will take. If you watched my videos earlier, we're in a slightly different position. This is just a really nice way to place my camera to film, so you can see a little bit more of my stitchy spot. Over here is my storage. Storage is never really nice. Most of my projects, some other stuff, extra floss. Here behind me is my master set of floss. So yeah, that's everything that's behind me. I have no idea where to start, honestly. I just have a lot. I have notes, so if you see me looking down, that's why that is. And let's just dive right in. So in my last video I told you I was doing a model stitch for Needle Design Iris. She makes the most beautiful designs. I did a model stitch earlier this year from a wonderful deer, and the last one I finished was from Art Nouveau Tiger. And if you have seen my Instagram or one from Iris, you have seen it, and I will share the picture Iris took from the project, and it came out so wonderful. It is stitched on, I believe, a 28 count. Was it 28? I believe so, or 32. It was 32. Everything is stitched with 2 threads over 2, except for the black that is stitched with 3 to give it some more depth. And it was something different to stitch for me. This is normally not my style, but I really enjoyed it. The colors flow so nicely. It was a little bit stressful to see if the border would match, but it did, so that made me really happy. And I took a break from model stitching for well, just my summer. I finished it before my annual break started, so I took a break for that, and now I had my first week of how do you call it? I'm still in the process of learning my new job, and we're doing that in parts. In 4 parts. I just finished the learning part of the 3rd part of my learning. Oh, I'm so well at explaining. And now I have to put it in practice. Is that how you say it? I have to use it during my job, and in just a couple of weeks I will do the last part, number 4, and that's a hard one. It's infamous for being just a lot. So I wanted to focus on that and just stitch for me, for what I want to stitch on, what I like. And I will do maybe another model stitch later this year. So go check out Needle Design. I will link her in the description. She's on Etsy, and I believe she has her own website, but her Instagram is really nice as well. So I will link her down below. So go check her out. Then I have a list with my projects, but my stack of projects is not in the same order. So I will just grab the first one and show you what it is. The first one is not mine, but it makes me really happy. My daughter, she started stitching. We found a pattern. It was for beads officially. We found it on Pinterest, and I drew it on paper for her, and she used that as a chart so she could stitch a unicorn. Some of her stitches are perfect. She did it so well. She's 7, and then she decided she wanted to make it in one day. So it got a really, no, not really. It got a little bit messy, but let me show you. This is her project. It's so cute. We had some plastic canvas she wanted to try, but I believe it's made for wool. It's way too thick. You can't really see holes and squares like you can see on this. I don't know what it is. 11 count, maybe even higher. It's really big. But she started her threads herself mostly. She ended them, but some of the stitches she cut so close that they are loose, and she asked me to make a pillow out of this. So I will do that, and because the ends are so small at the end, it's I will do some fusible interface to keep it together as far as possible. The only thing that's really loose is the last stitch, blue stitch over here. You don't even know if you can see it, but I thought it was so cute, and she did this, well, mostly in one day. The second day she added the heart and the stars and she was so proud of this. So it deserves to be the most beautiful pillow ever. So that was one. Then I had another finish. It was even a saf, start and finish, but I don't have the project. I finished it fully, but I forgot where I put it because it was a while ago. It's this teeny tiny kit from Mouse Loft. It's a puffin. I really like puffins, and especially for their sound. So if you're curious about their really cute sounds, just type in YouTube or Google puffin sounds, because they first sound like they think about something and then giggle about it. It's just so cute. So I will put in a picture of my fully finished. I made it into a bookmark. Yeah, I think puffins are so cute. Okay, just go on with my project. I have a problem with my project bags. I make a lot of them. I have a lot of them, but I don't have enough of them. So I'm still using some of my older, I believe this was a tablet bag from the Action. They are really nice, but I have some projects in plastic bags now as well. So, for instance, my daughter's bookmark, it's in plastic. I have a big stack of fabric already cut to make into project bags. I have a couple up here, maybe to sell. I have some of them especially cut for myself, so that will be fine. I just have to make them. But in here, it's so soft, is one of my projects. Let's see what is in here. Oh, it's my new start. This is so cute. The colors are so, it's a bit of a mess. But the colors are so bright and colorful, and I saw this chart and I have no idea of the name or the designer or whatever, so I will just put it up there for all the projects. But the colors are so fun. It isn't even showing up, but they're really bright pinks. There are a lot of purples, greens, bright blues, and I am missing about 6 of these colors, but that's okay. I believe the name of this is Story Time, and I started this on the first day of my summer break. We went, my husband and I went on kind of a city trip. We went to 3 cities here in the Netherlands. We went book shopping, but the drive there I started my my project. We went to Leiden. That is where our hotel was. We went the same day to Amsterdam, back to Leiden, and then the next day we went to Den Haag or The Hague, and after that we went back to our hotel and then we went home. So it was a lot of travel. I didn't stitch on the train, but I did stitch in the car. Fabric is all folded, but this is how far I am. Let me show you. Yeah, it's so fun and bright and colorful, and I wanted to try something new. So I started up here in the first block and working the threads as much as possible. If the whole block of 10 by 10 was done, I would move on to the next one. So it's kind of the typewriter method Stitching Mommy does. So yeah, and it's, I will try to get it up some a bit closer. The colors I'm missing are mostly blues and greens, as you can see. The purple blob in the middle is the top of her hair, her bun, and it's so cute. This is 5%. In the 3 weeks, this is all I stitched on. My entire vacation. There's only one other project that will be later. I stitched on just half an hour, not even, in a car. So yeah, I'm stitching this on 20 count like most of my projects. If I don't say otherwise, it's on 20 count Ada 1/1, and this was so much fun to see the colors changing and just working in rows. I like it. I don't know if I will continue for the entire piece, but for now, yeah, I like it. Then in one of my first ever project bags I made, I love this fabric, is Princess Asleep by Yvonne Gilbert. I didn't stitch a lot on this, but enough to show you. Let's see. Yeah. So I believe you can see the piece. I can slightly see between the fabric, through the fabric, words. And what I did was just this top bit. I'm stitching this in diagonals. I like to try different styles of stitching in different projects just to see how I feel. I started this in the other corner. I usually start. I'm looking at myself and left and right in the evening when it's warm. It's just hard. But I started this in the other corner, the opposite corner, and it's so beautiful. I really like it. I go in blocks of 3 and then I go diagonal down and then I come up again. And I believe the center is about here and somewhere around here. So yeah, and just the butterflies and everything, it's so beautiful. It's not even showing up as beautiful as it is. So I only did, I don't know how much this is, not even 300 stitches, but it's the start of a new diagonal, and I will definitely come back to this soon. I love this project. Then in this wonderful project bag, it's by So Much to Love. It was a gift from a stitchy friend. In here is my Pandemic by Long Dog Samplers, and I did quite a lot on this. I don't even remember if I showed this in my last video but I did quite a lot. So let me get some threads out of the way and I will try to show it in one piece first and then move closer to where I worked. Oh, it's not, oh, maybe. Yes, it kind of fits in frame, kind of. And I love the colors. I will show you the top section. I stitched this mostly in 2020 and 2021. Is it so long already? Oof. When did I start this? No, it wasn't my leap year start. I don't know. I have no idea when I started this. I do know what I worked on. And that was this part. I stitched quite a lot of the dark gray. I stitched the entire medallion in the middle. I know I did this part with the flowers. I don't know if this was in already, maybe. This is different than in the original. I don't know what it is in the original. I'm trying to do as minimal as backstitch as I can, and it was looking weird. I don't know if it was a snail, but it looked like poop. So I just made a pyramid kind of thing. So this was supposed to be, or still will be, my wedding sampler. In less than a month I will be married 4 years, and I can say I want to try and finish before I get in 5 years, but we all know plans change. It would be nice. I think it's more realistic to get it done before we're 10 years married. And what I did Over here I changed the initials. JS are my initials, are my husband's initials, but also our kids are JS. So yeah, and in here will be 2020 because that's the year we got married. So yeah, I really love the colors. I'm still really happy with just pink, blue, red, purple, gold, gray. It works. Yeah. And I believe there was one day I did like 700 stitches on this. It was just I notice I'm noticing I'm a bit weird today. It has just been a long week, and yeah. Then in an amazing project bag, one of my sweet friends, Joanita, made are two projects. Only one of them I worked on, and I will put in a preview. It's from the book from Emma Congdon. What is it called? Cross Stitch for the Earth. I will show you. It's this book, and it's this project. And I was stitching the fall part in fall, winter in winter, and then well, things happened in spring. I didn't finish spring in spring, and the moment I knew I wouldn't finish it, I decided to work up in summer and just finish everything from the bottom down, bottom up. Words. I'm around this part still, but the colors, they are so fun, so vibrant. Let me show you. I did iron this one. Wow, I knew I had ironed some of them. Ooh, fancy. So this is how far I am at the moment. It looks so much better when it's ironed. Why did I iron it? I didn't search it, so it wasn't okay. Oh, I believe I had this out when I was cutting my fabrics. So I did iron some projects. I lost one project I ironed, I remember now. I will see. But in the coming weeks I will go through all my whips and just organize them better. Maybe iron them and search the edges. The part I worked on was more of spring, and I worked in a bit of summer. We have a headless mama goose or duck. And what I really like about this project is that some animals, they aren't stitched. So you don't stitch the animals, they just will appear when the rest is done. And the little duckies, they're so cute. So yeah, I will definitely frame this one when it's done. It's so cute. And it's one of the biggest reasons I bought the book. Just this wonderful project. And then another one in a bag I made myself. It's a reversible fabric from Alice in Wonderland. I love Alice in Wonderland. On our last trip we found a set of playing cards in the style of Alice in Wonderland, and you really have the Queen of Hearts and stuff like that. So I really needed that one. I also ironed this one, and no searched edges. It's Bird Nerd. It's from Boomerang Stitches, and this is how far I am for now. 2 birds and a nerd. and just a really tiny start of the third bird. So yeah, it's so cute. I want to have this finished next spring so I can hang it near my garden door. You get what I what I mean. So yeah, love the colors. It's not really the original colors, but it was what I had and I'm really happy with it. Then in one of my travel project bags I made myself, I will hide the project. Everything is in here, even a marker and a pattern and everything. So in here is my fox bookmark. It's this little kit, and I started this one, and the last time I showed it I had just a teeny tiny bit of his body done, and I had some trouble with this because the project or the pattern doesn't really works for me. If you look at the bottom shelf, I don't know if you can see it, in this book 2 stitches are missing. The books are charted to look like they are slanted, and you can see it up here, but it just looks weird to me. I don't like it. It's like the books are cut in half, or just, yeah, I don't know if you get what I mean, but over here as well, it just looks weird. I don't know. So as I'm doing stitching it, first I went down, then I went up again. I am recharting the books so they are straight. I can't handle the crooked books. So another thing I changed, you can see the background color, kind of. In the kit it was really dull gray, so I changed it for, I don't even know the number. Oh, it's on here, 924, and it's just better. And the edges were supposed to be a light yellow. I don't like yellow, so I changed it to brown, and this is how far I am. It's so cute. Let me hide my face so it can focus. And the books, as you can see, are straight. These are, well, a little bit warped into each other, but yeah. And the fox is so cute. I really like it. This will be for my husband, and the last time I worked on it I just filled in some of the background next to, I just did one thread next to his head. Oops. And this is about halfway. It's that one. It's funny because in the kit was Ada, I believe 14 count. I subbed it for 20 count, and it's kind of real size with the cover. Kind of. So yeah, really fun to work on, but also small to hold, so I don't stitch on it for long periods of time at once. In here is, I don't know if I showed this already. I know I talked about it, but I don't know if I showed it as a project. This was a new start a while ago, but if you don't film for 2 months, everything is a while ago. It's called Curious Girl. I don't know the artist, so it's up there. And first I stitched a lot of the black, and then I started filling in the rest. So this is how far I am for now. And the colored parts, they're can I call it confetti? Maybe. They are just really scattered. So over here there was one block. Is it one color? Yeah. The edges are really confetti heavy. Let me say it that way. The rest is okay. But the edges, yeah. And this leaf, I don't know if it's showing up. It doesn't look like a lot of color, but there was. It is like, well, maybe 10 or 12 in just the leaf. There were, I think, 3 colors that were kind of bigger colors, and the rest was just 3s or 4s. So, yeah, it's cute. Not much to see for now, but yeah. And it won't be that big. It's just, yeah, the margin will be around the same thickness. I have trouble with with words today. And I also have some floss in here that doesn't belong there. So let me check if that were all my whips. I believe so. Yes. And yesterday I picked a project to work on. I only did 11 stitches. I was so tired. Let me grab it because it's here. It's in this wonderful, wonderful project bag made by Diane, Frog and Fudge. It's really sturdy. So go check out her Etsy. In here it is in my hoop, so I will show it again next time. This is Wise Owl, and I didn't stitch on this for a while, so I need to get to know it again. That's how it feels. So in here there is quite a bit of ninja stitches. It's not even confetti because it's just one stitch over here, one stitch over here, and that's it for the entire page. So I do park a little. The needle minder is by Lydia, lovely stitches, and these are 2 pages already because it's small pages, and I think the 3rd one started just around here, and in the other corner around here will be a teeny tiny part of the owl's face, and the detail, it's so nice. I can't wait to stitch on the owl words. So I will continue stitching on this after filming. So that's one of the plans. So then I have some haul, giveaway, books, live update, shout out, still a lot to do. There's not a lot of haul. I just bought 2 hoops. I love these hoops. I bought them at Pipo's, which is a craft shop here in the Netherlands, and I really like them because they have the bigger wheel, and if you have trouble with your hands or tightening small things, try these. I really like them. And I was visiting my mother-in-law a while back, and she said, oh, I need one of those hoops. So I took mine off and give one to her, and I said, well, I will just buy another one when I get to it. So it took a while, but I have a new one, and I really like this size as well. Yeah. Whoops. Then I bought a kit, and I didn't start it. I'm so proud of myself. Let me show you first. It's this one by Lady Stitch. It's called Into Dreamland, and I have another one similar to this. I call them companion pieces, but they're not. And I had it for a couple of years, and I love it. And this one was still on my list. I really wanted this, and I just thought, well, I will buy it whenever, or just it will be whenever. It's a full kit. There's Ada and everything, but when I was looking at some of my wish lists, it wasn't available anymore. And then I went to Google, and I couldn't find it. Well, they were there, but not here in the Netherlands, or not in stock, or whatever. And then I saw a website. Let me think what it was called. I don't know. This one. And they had it on their site listed as if in stock with supplier. So I ordered it, and I thought, I really hope they still have it, because I really wanted it, and if it's out of print, I'm in trouble. But they had one. It made me really happy. But I have a lot of kits started already, so this will be just for later. That was all my haul. I really behaved with stitching, not with books. More on that later. Giveaway. I don't know when I will be back, but it won't be 2 months. So if you enter for the giveaway, no, it can be a while until I film again. I will try to film again in about 2 to 3 weeks. Somewhere next month. Maybe halfway, or somewhere till the end, like this one. I have 4 giveaways. 2 are international. They are a bit smaller, a bit more simple. 2 of them are a little bit bigger, so I want to keep that in the Netherlands with shipping and stuff. And I will try to do other international giveaways in the future. So you know the giveaway rules if you watch Flosstube. Don't say win, don't say prize, giveaway, whatever. I will give how do you call it? Code word. I will give you a word you can enter in the comments, and next time I will film, I will just pick a winner, and I will let you know and send it to you. The first one is kind of a small one. I got it as a freebie, but it's an alphabet of letters with beautiful, what are they? Flowers, but cherry blossom? I think they are really cute, but the color code thing is on the back. I will just hold it back a little. It's the entire alphabet. It's really cute. So if this is something you want, just say flowers. Then another one. I won this as a giveaway myself a while back, and I really want to stitch it, but I notice I gravitate more to other types of projects, full coverage. So I don't want to keep this in my stash if I probably won't use it, and like to send it to someone else. It's from Ink Circles. It's called Reflections on a Grecian Urn. It's this one. And this is international as well. And then I have 2 bigger giveaways, and they're just for the Netherlands. And the first one, I don't know if I will show you. In the Netherlands we have a magazine called Borduurblad, and I have 4 of them, and I will show you the covers real quick so you can get a feel of what's in here. And I bought it for I think it's on here. No. On this one, yes, I bought it for, I believe, this cabinet, and it was a two-part thing. The other one is in this one. So I didn't take anything out, they are really complete. So if you want this one, just say borduur, the Netherlands word for stitching, borduur. And then the last one, I'm cleaning out my stuff, and like I said, if I have something in my stash that maybe can make someone really happy, I want to share that. This one is for the Netherlands as well, and it's a kit. I know a lot of people are stitching it right now, so if you want to join them, this is your time. It's the Picking Order by Marjolein Basten, and it's just a Dutch kit. It doesn't say picking order, but I know pecking order, but I know it's called that way. It's not in the original packaging. As you see, I bought this second hand, but everything is here in here. The floss, the original Ada from Ada, even with from Leonard, and the chart is in here as well, together with some working copies I made. I did start it on other fabric, but only one thread. So one sixth of one of those strands is missing, but I don't think it will be a problem. The fabric is kind of mottled. It's really nice. You can see it on the cover as well. So if you're in the Netherlands and you want this, say bird, vogel, we say the Dutch one, vogel. It's a Dutch word for bird. So one thing I want to say about this, I did buy this secondhand, and when I bought it, there was a little bit of a smell to it. It's there really far away. So it's okay, but if you are sensitive to that, please know it's there. Wow. I really took a big sniff, and I get there's something left, but not as much as it was, and it's not like from smoke or pets, it's just the old smell. And yeah, that's the only thing I want to say about that. But if you want this, say vogel. So whew, that was a lot. Then I have a shout out, because there is a wonderful stitcher. She's really active on Instagram and in comments on YouTube, and now she started her own Flosstube. And wow, how did she start it? She started with a 4-part whip parade with so many projects. I don't even remember. 200? How many was it? Something 100 plus, and a lot of full coverage. And she already posted her new Flosstube. She's doing acrostics, and this is Siske Ellen. She's called Siske Ellen on YouTube, and I believe on Instagram it's Siske Stitches, but I will link her down below. She's from Belgium. She's wonderful. Go check her out. I binged her whip parade. I loved it so much. And then I was done with the whip parade, and her first Flosstube was out. So yeah, go check out Siske. It's wonderful. Then how am I going to do this? I want to show you some pictures of things I made. I made some project bags. I will leave that for another time, but I also made a bag, just it's not really a tote bag, it's a book bag. And I will put in some pictures because I'm so proud of this. I never made something like this. It was trial and error, especially with the lining. I had to cut it 3 times. I just had enough of the outer fabric, but it lined up so perfectly on the sides. And 2 things I really like about this bag is how the handles have all the book spines on the outside, and where the zipper is, it just lines up so nice. And I'm so happy with this bag. And I took it with me book shopping, which I will talk about later. So this made me so happy, and I love this bag. And yeah, the fabric, the book fabric is it's like a canvas fabric, and I bought it at Het Naaldbos, which I will also link down below, because this fabric is amazing. So if you enjoy sewing and you do like books, get this fabric because it's amazing. So you have seen the pictures, and I want to talk shortly about books and then a life update, which includes books as well. So if you're not interested in that, and which I get, it's totally fine, and go on to the next Flosstube, because there is a lot of Flosstube to watch. So if that's the case, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. If you do want to see books and life update, thank you. And I will have pictures at the end, a lot of pictures. First, I want to talk shortly about books. I started reading again. I'm not a really fast reader, I'm dyslexic, and it takes me a while. I do read English, Dutch, everything. So 2 of the books I finished are Dutch, and now I'm started an English one, but I only got to page, where am I? Page 15. So not a lot so far. So the first book I read was by Julie Chaplin. It's called De Kleine Theewinkel in Tokyo, which translates to The Little Tea Shop in Tokyo. I had some troubles with this book. It's a nice book, but the first part is really slow. There isn't really that much happening. And the second part of the book feels like it's written by someone else. It's just a different pace in the story. The guy in the book, I didn't really like him. So normally I like reading romance. I love easy reading. I want to relax at the end of my day. And I know some of you relax with thrillers or whatever. I relax with easy reading. So I don't really like the guy in the book. He is... I just didn't like him. So I wasn't really rooting for them getting together. So that was new for me. So I do have another book by Julie Chaplin in the same series. So I'm curious to see how that one is. I don't know the title. I think it's about Ireland. I don't know. But it was okay. Then another book I finished, also a Dutch book. It's called The Stroopwafel Shop. The Stroopwafel Shop. It's about a girl that has had him. She had an amazing chance to go to America and open a stroopwafel store or coffee store, and at first it doesn't go as planned, but she meets a bunch of amazing people, and the way this is written, I just felt part of the group. I just really get to know people. The end could be a little bit longer. There was more to tell, I feel, but it was kind of unexpected at the end. It was a really nice, comfy read. So if you like that as well, this is a really nice book. Then my new book I started. I went book shopping with my husband and we bought a lot of books. And when the stroopwafel book was done, I was like, well, I don't know which one to start, and that's a wonderful problem to have. So I picked 6, and I said, well, you choose. You pick one, and I will read it. And it's this one. It's a really fun cover. It's kind of shiny, and it's called Delicate Dream Department Store, and it's a Korean bestseller translated to English. And the inside is really fun as well. Let me show you. It has all the dream bottles, and I'm not really far into this book, but it's interesting. It's weird. I'm getting to know the world this is taking place, but yeah, I'm intrigued. So I will tell you more when it's done, and if you read this, please let me know what you thought about it. Yeah, it's different. So that's books. Then life update, like I said, it was a lot. Kids were off school for 6 weeks. The first 2 I still had to work, my husband had to work, so it was a little bit busy, keeping them busy. It was just stressful. Yeah, it was stressful. Before my vacation, I don't even remember what I did. But on the first day of my vacation, the kids were staying at their grandparents, and me and my husband had a few days for ourselves. So we started with a nice dinner, and then the next day we went to Leiden and Amsterdam, and we went book shopping in Amsterdam. There are a couple of our favorite bookstores over there, and I will put in some pictures, and I will also put in some names of the bookstores if I remember. And I just found a lot of wonderful books. I really like I said, the comfy cozy read, but I also really love classics or books inspired by classics. So yeah, and my husband really likes different books. He likes mystery, murder, creepy. Well, not that creepy. He just likes a different genre of books. But I will also put in a picture of our book haul of day 1. And I'm a little bit embarrassed about the amount of books, but we didn't go on vacation, and we are planning to build a library in our home, so we need books. So this was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I really liked it, and I'm not going to apologize for it. But this was day 1. In a way, I was kind of disappointed by the bookstores in Amsterdam. There were changes in some of the bookstores. I don't even know what changed, but there were before they were organized differently, so I could find my kind of books easily, and now they were mixed everywhere in between. And yeah, I just like a section of books, like this is my thing, and I can go through the entire section, not the entire store where I have to look for what I like. So it was just different than I remembered, but we had a wonderful day. There's also a really nice secondhand bookstore, English bookstore. So if you're ever in Amsterdam, go check them out. It's a really weird store. It's like in one of the old houses next to the channel houses. They're really tall houses, but they have different floors. So you enter in a really small, it's more like a hallway. No, it's not really a hallway. It's wider than that, but it feels really cramped. And we did make some pictures, so I can put them in to explain it better. And then you go, there's a little stairs, like four steps, and I believe you go down first. And then you can choose if you go up again or down. And there are little rooms everywhere with books, and there's even a basement again with books. It's a really weird layout for a store, but it makes it so unique and so fun. So if you're ever in Amsterdam, you like reading, go check out the secondhand English bookstore, and I will put in a name somewhere because it was so fun. And then it got really busy through an event, and I don't really like big crowds and a lot of noise, especially at the end of the day. So I was like, well, I'm done here. It was like 6 or 7 already. I don't even know how late it was. But we found a corridor with also a second-hand book kind of thing. It was weird, but it was wonderful, and it was part of the university. And it was just, I will put in pictures and you will see it. I loved it. It was just to look around. We didn't buy anything there. But then we went back to the train station, back to Leiden. We walked around there, went to a terrace for some drinks next to a classic Dutch windmill, and it was a wonderful city. Then we went back to the hotel, and the next day we went to The Hague. I had never been there, but it was wonderful. We didn't see a lot, but the weather was really nice. It wasn't that warm, it was dry and sunny. And there was one road with, almost next to each other, 3 wonderful bookstores. One was just a typical Dutch bookstore, just regular. It was nice. But then there was an English bookstore called Mayflower. It had also second-hand books, antique books, classics, just everything. They had a wonderful collection, so I was really happy with that one. And then next to it there was another bookstore, I don't remember the name. And then we walked a little bit and we found another bookstore and another one. And a lot of them had English books, which my husband really likes, but I do as well. And for once we could just say, oh, I like this one and I want that one as well. Ooh, have you seen this one? Do you want to read this one as well so we can share? So yeah, then we had to go back with a lot of books to carry, and we were tired. We only saw a little piece of The Hague, so we definitely will go back because I liked it more than Amsterdam. It's just a different vibe. I really liked it. So a picture of book haul day 2 and then a picture of the books I bought. I don't know if I have one for my husband as well, but there were a lot of books. And then we ordered some on Amazon and secondhand. We didn't behave on buying books. This was the first time in my life, and I'm done for now, I think. No, I'm done. So now we have a lot of books to read, but in the it's like a 2-year stack to read. So if you look at it that way, it was wonderful. So other things we did in our break, we went to see a movie with the kids. We went to a wonderful all-you-can-eat restaurant and had a blast with a walk afterwards. We just enjoyed warm days just in our garden with a pool. It's just the pool you can take down in the winter and put it away. But it was wonderful. We went to, what did we do? We did so much. Oh, one really fun thing we did. Our kids hear us talk about hotels now and then. We go about once a year when they are with their grandparents, and they are fascinated by a hotel. And we wanted to go to a zoo as well. So we thought, well, let's see if they have like a family room in a hotel nearby, and they did. So we didn't tell our kids anything. We packed our bags and we told them, well, you have to come home from playing with your friends because we want to go somewhere today. We know it's, well, almost dinner time, but we're going somewhere. So we drove for an hour and we went to Emmen, which is a place here in the Netherlands, and we found our hotel. We had a family room. There were two rooms, like the master bedroom and a small room for the kids, with a bath and a bedroom in the bathroom. And they were so surprised and they liked it so much and they were so happy. But then we went to sit down for some drinks and they were like, well, what are we going to do now? Well, in a hotel you sit and relax. And we wanted to tell them so they know that when we go to a hotel the next time, they know it can be boring for kids. But this hotel had a playroom downstairs, so they went there. And then we had dinner in a real restaurant, so they were acting like real grown-ups, ordering their pancakes. And we slept in the hotel. I didn't sleep. I couldn't sleep. I don't know why. But the fun thing was that when you opened the curtains of our hotel room, you could see the road sign to the zoo, which was like really close. It was a 5-minute walk. But they didn't see it. Well, my son needs glasses, so he's he's excused. But my daughter, she didn't realize it. They were so focused on the hotel room. So we told them, well, you have to get a good night's sleep because we're going to walk a lot tomorrow. We're going for a walk. And they were like, oh, I don't like to walk. Well, we went to a hotel for you, so you have to walk with us for us tomorrow. So we went out of the hotel and we walked for 2 minutes. And my son was like, well, I think I remember this. And it was with a parking space for the zoo, because we went there, I think last year, and he really wanted to go back. And I was like, well, there are a lot of them overall here in the Netherlands, so it's just coincidence. And then we walked on, and he was like, oh, we're going to Wildlands. And he was so excited. So it was a really nice surprise for them, not only to stay in a hotel, but go to the zoo as well. And we were there early, so it wasn't that busy. The entire day was okay. It wasn't that warm, so the animals were out and about, and I made a lot of beautiful, cute pictures. Some of the animals are really up close, and they walk free in a part of the zoo, so I will put in some pictures of that as well at the end. We tried to go sailing, but the wind was way too hard. That was last week when I had my little accident with my hand. It was supposed to be, I don't know how you tell how hard the wind is blowing in English, but we say wind power and then a number, windkracht. So it was supposed to be 4 with peaks of 5, but it came out to 6 with peaks of 7. No, 5, around 6. I don't know. I will put it in if I can find a conversion somewhere. But the wind was going crazy, and the kids were below decks. They were giggling on their bed because they were going one way and the other, and I was scared. I didn't like it. And my husband and a friend of ours, the boat was from his parents. He can sail quite well, but he was like, oh shit, this is hard. This is. So we went out of the harbor. Words are really hard. So we went out, and as soon as we went out, the wind picked up and it was crazy. So that was when the boat, we didn't tip over, but it was really going back and forth, and where I hurt my hand. So we turned around, go back. I knew immediately, oh, this is wrong, because my finger I couldn't use it. So I was like, well, they can't fix fingers anyway, so I will just tape them together and we will see in a couple of days if I need to do something about it. It didn't bleed. I didn't break it. So we went back. But that night we had a barbecue with parents of a friend of ours. And then we went to sleep on the boat, which was a new experience. We were rocked to sleep, but with the wind being so hard, all the sails of all the boats, they made the most weird noise. And it was like the ships were howling. It was so weird. At night it slowed down a little bit, and around 3 in the morning it picked up again. So I woke up from the sound and I was like, what is that? And then I remembered I was on the boat. So it was fun. It was a nice experience. The next day we came back and oh no, we went to a city. Where did we go to? This one. I live in the other side of the country, so I don't remember the place names. But we went with the water bus, and it went so quick, and it was so nice, and it was fun. So it's like a water taxi, but then I don't know. I can't even explain. And it's been over an hour filming, so I believe this is long enough. I'm really excited about my break, my vacation. It was really nice, but I'm also really glad everything is going back to normal this week. So that is why I found a moment to film, to sit down, hopefully to stitch after this. Ooh, it's quite late, maybe not. And then tomorrow I'm off. Tomorrow is Friday. My daughter will have a friend over, so I will edit this tomorrow. And I'm just really happy to be back. I really missed this. I needed this. So I will edit tomorrow, and I will try to be back in a few weeks. So if you're still here, wow. Thank you. Thank you for watching, and please leave a comment if you have book recommendations, or if you have questions or whatever, or you want to enter the giveaway, of course. So it was a long one. So thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye bye.